button has been clicked. Another button has been pressed. And it looks like we're live. Keith?
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
It's the award winners. We're going to call the Keith and the Girl award winners. You went on our forums. You nominated your favorite moments. You nominated the goofiest moments, the saddest moments, all of this. You said, hey, I like these guys. Can you play the clips from the year? And then we're going to vote on which of those are the best. Well, these are the best. We're going to congratulate them right now today. I'm very excited. How you feeling, Chemda?
I love this because it is the most nerve-wracking episode you will ever hear and see because there's a lot of technology going on, calling human beings. I don't know. Let me just for the millennials and youngers. Calling people is what you do on that text machine that has all of the social medias. And what you do is there's a button there that kind of looks like a half moon. If you click that, you can voice audio. No, not with the video, not FaceTime. Just odd. It's a little odd, but that's how odd this episode is.
But Keith, you're calling these people without a heads up. We need 5 text warnings. Is it okay to call? We're just gonna do it. We're gonna surprise them, and it's gonna be a good time. All right. I say we get right to it.
Sure.
You know what? Let's get right to it. First up, most ridiculous moment of the year, and your choices were the cult with Kevin Allison, cult charisma. This was me saying, seeing these documentary cult shows. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. There really are so many moving parts. You know who's joining us today? Best new guest of the year.
You voted for him.
It's Chris Turner. Hello, Chris.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank God.
My apologies.
Oh, you want to throw us off more for this episode?
No, thank you. I hope no one assumes that I don't look impressed. I knew that I'd won because I was told before the show. So.
Yeah, we had to have on the best guest of this show, and as I remember it, if you weren't 2-1 to second place, you were easily over 35% of the votes. That being in the finals, the final 6 best new guests that were nominated. So you are beloved, Chris Turner.
That's really nice. Thank you. That's a healthy lead. I'm very grateful for everyone who voted for me. What a treat.
Wow, we're putting you to work. First, we said, Chris, can you come on the show and be part of it because you won and help us celebrate the winners? He said yes, and I went, well, then I know you're free. So how about we put you to work as well? And after we call some of these people, Chris is gonna do an improv rap and wrap up what you just heard. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
And also, I think, Chris, and this is so inappropriate, but I think you are one of the reasons why Americans put on a British accent. And we know we're wrong, but it sounds so smart. And then you also happen to be smart. So it's really confusing. I just want to do a short PSA for our American listeners. This is not you. This is a different person. And you cannot sound this smart just by trying on the accent. It's just not going to work. You're going to end up sounding like Madonna, who is very talented, but not necessarily in the same way that Chris is. That's just a little side note that I thought was important to share with the group. So
and thank you for clarifying that Madonna can't freestyle rap.
I think I'm just saying don't appropriate.
Yeah, how dare you? I'm appropriating. I take hip hop and make it British. You can't take it back now.
Right. All of a sudden, it's a copy of a copy of a copy, and who knows? All right. The first category, most ridiculous moment, the cult with Kevin Allison, cult charisma. I was watching these documentaries, and to me, I think you're supposed to feel bad for these victims that were taken. To me, just one sucker seems dumber than the rest. And I'm just already shaking her head. No, it's
so rude,
controversial, but I can't help it. Whether it's about love and money or religion, I can't believe these people stand in front of a camera and tell their story. Oh, he seemed like the perfect guy on paper, right? Because he showed you a jet and a fake bank account with $3 million in it. What a fucking surprise! He had everything you're into. Anyway, also in most ridiculous moment. Confluence with Adam Mamawala. Barack. Am I saying these names right?
No, but please keep going.
Rock.
Whatever.
Borat.
Yes.
Kermit the Frog. He was doing all these impressions. All right, man. I hope he didn't win, so I don't have to go through that again.
Permit me to interrupt you.
From the episode "Objective Sexuality" with Mike Kaplan. Is anyone wrong? We were talking about a woman in love with the Eiffel Tower, and Mike Kaplan, real nice, gracious guy. He says, "Well, don't we sometimes use people as objects?" And I said, "Mike, is anybody wrong? I'll spot you Hitler." And honestly, he couldn't come up with anybody. And also in this category, most ridiculous moment, sandbagging with Nick Turner and Nick Vatterott, Mitch McConnell quantum leaps. This is Kemda trying to saying, why didn't they bring back Quantum Leap? I was trying to explain to her that
They
they
did.
did. And oh man, with Hollywood and everything, she's the best. Let's call her first winner of the day.
Now, just so you know, the Quantum Leap was the second when we played that clip, it was the second time I learned that they redid Quantum Leap. And I
Right.
was just as surprised. And
Yeah.
that's what's exciting about my life.
Right. All right, here we are. Your first winner for most ridiculous moment, Nick Turner. Hello, Nick.
Hi, I hope everyone's having a blessed day and enjoying the warmth of God's love during this cold spell.
Well, thank
Did
you,
you all
Nick.
get together and start believing in God just for this episode? What is happening?
I think Nick's going for a more ridiculous moment. That's what I think. Nick, you won for Mitch McConnell quantum leaps by talking about Mitch McConnell having a stroke and staring at the screen and shitting his pants. We were guessing that perhaps Scott Bakula went into his body, going, "Oh boy, I'm a fucking senator now." And maybe that's what happened. And it went on and on. Of course, you were there, Kemda, trying to figure out if Quantum Leap indeed was renewed. How would you like to accept this award? And were you the better person in the team of Nick Turner and Nick Vatterott?
Well, I think it's generous for anyone to assume I remember a minute of this.
Right.
I don't remember exactly what happened during this moment. Of course, as you all know, my comedy happens. I black out, and I don't really understand what I say or what I do. I just come back to it, and people tell me I'm the best to have ever done it.
Okay. Very good. So is it enough? Like, do you feel good not knowing what you did, but people said, congratulations, you did a good job at it?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what really concerns me, Keith, if you don't mind.
Please.
You guys have been doing this show for quite some time. Now, is this the first time I've ever won anything? Do you have those records?
Well, you know what? I did, I actually texted Nick and I said, you know what? You won most ridiculous moment. We're going to call you congrats. And he said, finally. And I said, yeah, great. And way to improve yourself. You finally won. We've been doing this for about 2 decades. And finally, you were very funny.
That is great. It is at once insulting for 2 decades of what I can only call, brilliance.
Well,
That's not my word.
Well, you've been on for a long time on Keith and the Girl as a guest. You can go to keithandthegirl.com/Nick Turner. But it's good you didn't reach your peak early, right?
No, actually, yeah, no, this is incredible. 2024, they said it was too late for me, but I say things are just getting started.
Right. There we go. I like this. Well, Nick, thank you so much for your time. You were fantastic, and I guess this is it. Goodbye forever.
Okay, well, that's a disappointing way to end this relationship, but thanks, guys.
Congrats, buddy.
Do I get an award, like physically?
Okay, take care. All right, so Nick Turner for most ridiculous moment, and I think you know what that means. Kemda, I have another phone call to make.
Yes, and as he makes that phone call, we can know that obviously these 2 different phone calls are for the same award. And now I would like, and this is me just throwing shit because I'm not going to be here. Next year, this should go up for who accepted best, and they should go up against each other.
That's interesting.
So feel free to put it in the nominations. We already have nominations for 2024. KeithandTheGirl.com/forums. Put your favorite moment there, and you'll hear it again.
All right, here he is for most ridiculous moment. The telephone just keeps ringing.
We don't hear it ringing. We only hear Keith
hold on.
sweating.
If you're hearing this message, then it's already too late for me to answer. So leave a message after them.
All right, Nick Vatterott, when Nick Turner said he was the leader of the group and the funnier of the two, apparently he was right. Congratulations. Nonetheless, thanks to Nick Turner, you, Nick Vatterott, won a most ridiculous moment. And congratulations. And we'll assume that you were very pleased to hear this call. All right. Thank you. All right. There you have it. Most ridiculous moment. Fantastic.
And that was that he really came through. What he said was very meta. He said, "You call Nick Turner, and when you call me, I will be your next most ridiculous moment and give you my voicemail." Congratulations, Nick Vatterott. What art? What art? Don't miss out on the depth of the Vatterott.
Can I tell you, this really is the most stressful show we do all year, and that's counting the nomination show where I have to put all the clips together. That's counting the 24-hour marathon that we're going to be doing on February 3rd. This is the most stressful. Can you do me a favor, Chris Turner? Center. Oh, I have a call. Should I take it? I really don't know if I want to take it. Who's calling, please?
This is Nick Vatterott.
Oh, Nick Vatterott. What's going on, buddy?
How is everybody?
Good, thanks. What you up to?
Oh, no, nothing. Did I thought it was a 3 Pacific time call. I just missed you guys.
Well, let me tell you this, Nick. I am jesting, of course. We did indeed call you for saying that you won most ridiculous moment, you being the better of the two Nicks, for Mitch McConnell Quantum Leaps. What is it like being the smarter Nick?
That is not. I've never heard such a thing. I'm too dumb to even really sort of have a response for that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Perfect.
In general, this is the first compliment I've ever had in my life. To get an award such as this, or to be compared to somebody in not a completely negative way, I don't even know how to handle it, to be quite honest with you. I'm actually having a Mitch McConnell moment as we speak.
Well, you know what? Nick Turner said something similar to that effect. Is it a disservice to comedians to praise them? Because it seems the negativity is what fuels you guys and makes you funnier and funnier.
Jesus Christ, it's ruining comedy.
Is this award a disservice to my pleasure that I would get from you guys?
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, a comedian. This is. You ever see a comedian bomb? It's because somebody gave him the false confidence that material was worth telling others.
I see. That makes sense.
I mean,
Ask him how he feels about God.
How are you going to celebrate today?
Well, I have. We're having a party over here. It's just me. I got a bag of crumbs from some saltines I forgot about.
Congrats.
And just kind of the same thing I do every Friday night, pretty much.
Stay humble.
Look out the window and. What's that?
You're going to stay humble, it seems. I appreciate hearing that. Nick Vatterott, of course, you can hear all the times he was on Keith and the Girl. KeithAndTheGirl.com/Nick Vatterott. Nick, congrats, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You're a good guy to know. And blah, blah, blah.
Let me tell you, can I tell you one thing real quick?
Please.
The one thing about this award that I will not say is I will not say this is humbling, because that is like my one peeve that people always say when they win an award.
Right.
Because they're always like, hey, here's a gold trophy. You're better than everybody. And they're like, wow, that's humbling. I feel that's like falling in a bunch of shit and going, what an honor.
Right.
So that's what I think I'll do tonight. I'll celebrate by falling in shit and going, what an honor. Thank you, everyone who voted, and I'll see you at the next Mitch McConnell brain trauma.
We'll call you specifically. Take care.
Later.
Peace. Looks like Mitch McConnell's brain trauma paid off in a big way. Good for him. Chris Turner, could you do me a favor and sum up for us the talk with the Knicks, how the show is going so far, and perhaps the stress you saw before the show started behind the scenes?
Sure, yeah. Well, let's drop a beat and let's get this going, rapping about everything that just happened. For those of you that aren't familiar with me, who you should be because I'm the best new guest, I make up raps all on the spot based around what happened, and what just happened. So let's do this. So many nominees, who to pick? You got a pair of the N's, that's the two Nicks. NT, NV, they the initials. Nick's voicemail, that was hysterical. I can't even find the rhyme. He was like, I mixed up the West Coast time, thought it was 3 p.m. The second of the men, he's the smarter Nick. You try and break his friend relationship. Head bald slap, luckily Vataro called back. He was like, oh, apologies that I missed, but Nick Turner, yeah, we're fingers on a fist. Why? Because we got the same surname. We both believe in God. That's the game that we were playing. Chemda was like, I'm so confused. What's the conversion that happens to you? Hey, you know they stole it. Not literally. They won the best moment that was ridiculous. They got a lot of fuss. Mitch McConnell face looked like he'd been hit by a bus. He's just standing there. Pause. Thinky. Man so old, skin so wrinkly. He was like, for about a week. We could say that he quantum leaps. You could ask him a question like a quizzy. See Sam Beckett. I can see Ziggy. That's the supercomputer. Yes, my guy, Scott Bakula with his clad AI. I'm not talking about Dracula with the fang. Just see a man who be shitting his pants like he had a stroke, but he didn't have a joke. And Nick Turner couldn't remember what he spoke, so he zoned out, phased out like Mitch. He was like, I just feel like I've been left in a ditch. But then we switched it, put it to the test. Hemda's like, nominate who accepted it best. That be Nick v Nick. Who's gonna win? Can't work it out, like I'm locked out the gym. There we go. That's the freestyle never fail. With Nick's voicemail. I mean, I didn't rap about what happened before the show, but it was very tedious. It was just Keith trying to be like, how do we make the phones come through the recording?
20 years. Well, we'll get there. That's fantastic. Thank you. Was Scott Bakula's his buddy, that older guy that gave him advice? Was he AI? I forget.
Well, the computer's AI. So
Yeah.
Ziggy's the supercomputer.
This AI shit is starting to freak me out, honestly. Perhaps we briefly mentioned this the other day, but there's a George Carlin special out now.
I know, yeah, fuck that.
What, right? But I got to be honest, I have heard some clips, and it's not the worst stand-up I ever heard. It's
No.
not Carlin, but it's not the worst I ever heard. It's like he finishes a bit on reality shows, and he's like, reality shows, everybody loves them. Well, you guys love them. You voted for them. I didn't. I mean, I was dead. And I'm like, this is not the worst stand-up I've ever heard.
You know what?
Yeah, it's troubling.
It's I don't know what to make of it other than we're on the ride, and I think we're buckled in. So it's there's no going against this. It's like, oh, I don't have a smartphone because I just don't accept where we are. It's happening, right? But then I thought of this, right? When I die, if I die like in the next year or two, delete all of my everything except for the notes that I have on OMAT, and I would not mind somebody collecting all those thoughts and putting it together as if it's from me, because I am not done with that project. Now, I don't know if George Carlin said anything like that, but maybe I would like to officially say only AI my OMAT stuff.
I'm putting in that Quantum Leap clip into AI. No,
I mean, Keith, this should be the moment that we reveal to everyone that Hemda actually left 2 months ago, and all these appearances have been AI generated from previous episodes. We just fed them in.
You know what? That could happen.
When she does her football talk, you'll be like, that was AI, wasn't it? It's got it.
I realized that, you could edit me in doing whatever, because all I do is like, no, you didn't face, or like, you're so funny, or, just put in like some snappy thing that I said. Give me some credit. But yeah, you could probably AI me now.
I mean, look at the way people write just fake things on Twitter, and it gets retweeted, or, fake headlines get shared. Now you're going to have pictures and voices that are bullshit. Of course,
That's
people
scary.
are going to believe it. I keep thinking of this moment. But as a long time ago, Jimmy Fallon was hosting the MTV Awards, and he at the very end during the credits, he's gonna introduce the reunion of Guns N' Roses. He doesn't say it like that though. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? Guns N' fucking Roses." And it's Axl Rose and his whole new band. The guitarist is Buckethead, who literally his gimmick is putting a KFC, bucket on his head. Great guitarist. The bucket doesn't get in his way. But everybody in the band is new. a good amount of people, including somebody that was in that room with me, believed that was Guns N' Roses reunited. That something that obvious can confuse people. I don't know where the fuck AI is gonna go.
I think this is all from those books, right? Animal Farm, 1984. More Animal Farm for this one. Wasn't it a really big part of the plot is that they put on the board, these are the rules, and then the next day different rules would appear,
Mhm.
and they'd look at it and go like, no, these rules were always the same because our memory fucks with us so much. And so they were just able to change the rules and just gaslight everybody.
I heard an audio clip of Joe Biden plotting war on the state of Texas. AI, but how many people believe it? Because it sounded just like him. And what they do now with AI, they adds the ums and the uhs they put in there. You know, I heard somebody like playing with their phone for AI, like, hey, where can I find a Formula One event in New York City? It's like, I think there's an event on 32nd Street around noon. It's like AI, first of all, you know that as a fact. B, you're really trying to make it sound human. It might start around noon. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think you could trust me because I know everything.
You know what? This is going to be really, really weird, but somebody called me the other day and it was like, um, I've been waiting for this phone call. It was from a financial institution, right? And like, hi, I'm Rachel. And I'm like, Rachel, you sound like a robot. Can you somehow? No, it's just that I'm in a different place. And I'm like, I'm going to hang up on you now. So if this is the person that I actually wanted a phone call from, we're gonna have to do this another way. And she's like, I'm not a robot. I'm like, bye, Rachel. She emailed me. She's like, I'm so sorry. I sounded like a robot. I was in this other place. I'm like,
Wait, it was
okay,
it
it
wasn't
was
a
a
robot.
person. It was a
Oh,
person.
You got to work on that then. Yeah, you can't tell either way. Either innocent people are going to go to jail from all these deep fakes, or everybody's going to be free by just saying, if you don't got my fingerprints, then that's not me.
Yeah, things are gonna have to be adjusted for. You sometimes have to hang up on people.
All right, let's go to
I think
best.
I did the right thing, and I
Better
think
safe
that
than
should be the
sorry.
poll,
Yeah,
right?
you can't explain you're a person. You're gonna have to explain you're a person in the future. Can you fucking
you have to
imagine?
do like a verbal capture.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
Just say, Rachel, I need you to click on the squares that have motorcycles on them.
you got to share an embarrassing story that a robot would never do.
One time I ran out of battery. Oh no.
Right. Rachel. All right, let's go to best rant. Best rant of the year. Here were your choices. Here's what you picked. Kiss and Tell with Trey Gallion. That's the name of the show. This section is called Put Your Dick Away. This was Hemda after somebody said, hey, I have a micro penis. And people get turned off right away as soon as I take it out. Hemda's like, well, who asked you to pull your dick out so fast? The person's saying they're a virgin. They get to second base. They take their dick out. It's like, you're moving it out. Just put your dick away. There's other appendages before all of a sudden your dick comes out.
And that I just to further the PSAs today, like that's for everybody. Don't take your dick out. Whoever you're with will let you know by starting to grab in that area and go like, why isn't this out yet? Wait for that. Wait for somebody to go, why isn't your dick out?
Like,
What a like if you don't know that pleasure of somebody going, this person's dick needs to be out, then go for that pleasure next time.
from the show.
Thank you. I'm just going for next year. Go ahead.
I think we follow. New Relationship Smell with Carmen Lagala and Corey Tyndall. This was Chemda versus Tipping. It was funny because she was so passionate, and she's right, but she was so passionate about these jobs, like being a waiter, for example, and you don't know how much money you're gonna make that day. Like, oh, I want to look to buy this house. Oh, how much money do you make? Yeah, it really depends.
Yeah.
It depends on society's attitude. And it was
Oh,
funny because Hendo was the only one not in the service industry, but the most passionate. So we appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service.
From the show Morons, the TV show with Kevin Allison, Heat versus Reality Idiots. I'm starting to think legally they can't just show morons on TV. They have to make them do shit. They have to make them solve the Squid Games. They have to make them, stand on a log for an hour. I think it's illegal to just show morons. But anyway,
I think that you can fill up an entire 24-hour network called morons and just throw booze and people into a house and film.
Yeah, no, the
That's
law
I think
says you
your
have to.
PSA.
The law says you have to get married and stuff. All right, we're calling up best new rant winner. It's a comic, so let's see if we get a voice message. Okay.
It's amazing that they even set up their voicemail. So I'm really proud right now. This is a good moment. That's hard to do. Press one if you want to do this, press two. We know, we understand, comedians. You're putting together your 5 minutes. It's tough.
That's what we spend all our time doing.
Yes. Well,
Hey, sorry, Mr. Call. Leave me a message, and I'll get back to you. Okay, bye.
Go fuck yourself. And because of you, we're never doing this again. That was Trey Guy. Congrats, dickhead. He goes, I texted him before. He goes, I even followed up on these people today. They didn't warn, as a matter of fact. He said,
Wait, so did I win best new guest because I'm the only guest that's actually there when you want them to be?
you knew what a time was. Yes. Holy cow. It's not looking like stiff competition. You're not feeling so excited anymore. When I texted him, he said, holy cow, what an honor. This was a couple days ago. Of course, I'm available. Mm-hmm. How long of a speech rant do I need to prepare? 20, 30 minutes? I said, 2 or 3 is good. He said, fine. I said, you could probably trick us, though, if you just keep us yapping. We'll see how many dick in the pants thoughts you have. He said, or Henda has. I'll just say something stupid and get her going. So that could have worked, but there you go. That's fucking Trey Gallion. What is it about comedians, do you think, Chris? Is it, why are they are inherently lazy?
Yeah.
Is there any rhyme or reason to that? Is it idiot savant attitude? What is it?
I think a lot of comedians just have this type of kind of lackadaisical approach, which on stage can be really funny. Like they've just shown up and been funny, but then for some people that's quite practiced. Like it's, you just, I'm just making this stuff up. But some people, it's actually who they are. And they don't prepare. They don't know what they're doing. Like, I really hate when I see a comedian walk on stage and go, so what should we talk about? And I'm like, you're holding a piece of fucking paper with what you're going to say written on. But then some people, you watch them and they'll just go, so what should we talk about? And you're like, I have no idea what this person's going to talk about. And that's the difference. So Trey is probably one of those people. He was like, yeah, I'd love to be on the show. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
but there's also, just to back them up a little bit, it's also a weird industry that your bosses can have that same energy where it's like, hey, can I play at your club? Start coming around a little bit. Maybe if I look at your face for long enough and somebody else doesn't show up and it's like, oh, that sounds promising. I'll come here every night until 3 a.m. and then maybe I'll get on, shit like that. It's like, hey, can I be on your show? Why don't you get me a sandwich from the store? Come back. If you say something funny in the next hour or so that you're just standing there facing a wall just for my pleasure, then maybe I'll consider. And they're like, oh, this is hard work. I bet this is just what college is like and getting a degree that says you can do the job. So in all fairness, everyone's a little whimsical, including your boss.
And now we're at most goofiest moment.
What I just said, right?
Wait, are we not rapping, Keith?
You get nervous keeping all this in your head?
We're doing it all in one go? Oh, shit, fine, yes. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'd rather combine them. But there's not enough to go on because Trey didn't pick up his phone.
Wait, we got Trey so far. We got AI so far. And it's taken over the world. And up next, most goofiest moment. We have the Knicks with Nick Turner and Nick Vatterott, the mic check. This is you know what? I'm leaving with him. How about that?
Oh,
Fucking
shit.
Knicks. We're doing a mic check, Chris, and I go, hey, you sound a little, and then Nick Turner, who we talked to on the phone just now, he goes, oh, hold on, and he goes to get his mic. The one you would use on a fucking show. He's taken out of a drawer. I'm like, hey, Einstein, how'd you know what I was gonna ask? Oh, good for you. He thinks he's ahead of the game because I didn't even have to finish my sentence. These I think next year's all scientists.
We're gonna ask for degrees. Thank you for going to Oxford, Chris.
You're welcome, and thank you, and thank you for reminding everyone.
Yes.
Otherwise, I was going to have to do it myself.
Well, we can't just they're gonna start assuming people just sound smart. You have a reason. So,
Most goofiest moment continues with baby's first acid trip. Liz Mealy was on that one. This is Keith on acid. It was a clip of like 5 or 6 minutes of me leaving voice messages to my two buddies when I was swimming in the clouds. Also up in the zone with Gastor Almonte, it was John Stamos on Lori Laughlin. Or Lori Laughlin. It's like, why are you bringing up this college scandal again? And John Stamos is like, I didn't have any exciting stories about me on Full House or getting all my face work done or playing with the Beach Boys or hanging out with Dirty Comics. I thought I'd do a chapter on you scamming your daughter into a college. And So Nation with Christian Finnegan. Keith is Nation. I think I voted for that one because that it just seemed so helpful and progressive. The winner was, oh, thank God we don't have to call somebody. Keith on acid.
wow.
Well, just let the first fucking say. And basically, woo, banjo. Thank you.
This is Chris. I don't know if you heard Keith, but this is basically and it is of note that he sent his friends voice messages, didn't call them. He's like, here's a one-way street
Oh,
again.
it's midnight. It's midnight. I can't.
Oh yeah, they don't talk past midnight. It's like gremlins. So he would call and be like, "Woo, acid's good. Okay, call you back. Bye." You go, do you know colors are colors? Okay, call you back.
Thank you, everybody who voted. That was very exciting stuff. We have a phone call here, and here's what's funny. You know how everybody has what do you call it, caller ID nowadays? This caller ID is Go Flyers. Hello, how may I help you?
Is it
Oh,
really?
it's Trey Gallion. Seamless. How you doing, Trey Gallion? No, I didn't even notice you weren't there. Trey Gallion, you have won. I'm going to tell you because I don't think you fucking even know. You won best rant. Keep your penis in your pants. How would you like to accept? Trey Gallion, everybody.
That's amazing. You know, normally I don't do award shows, but
I see that.
But for this, I make an exception.
All right. Kenda, would you like to say anything about the teamwork between you and him?
I would like to say that over the years, Trey has allowed me to be the kind of person that makes fun of him. For him to pretend that he takes offense and then rips me apart, and then we say something very nice. He is a person that I know is from the South who I believe got a gun when he's 12. He taught me that kids in the South have a gun to shoot something like squirrels and bunny rabbits in their backyard because there are too many. And I haven't been able to get that image out of my head since. So there's a special award for you in my head beyond this one. Thank you, Trey.
Well, I'm glad that you have clearly understood everything that I've been trying to tell you over the years. So that means a lot to me that's sunk in and no miscommunications or misunderstandings at all between us. And I'm glad that that's, you know, come around.
It's helpful because, you know, you put
made the relationship what it is.
You put flags behind you. You know, now I know where you're from all the time. It's a nice world.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've obviously enjoyed our time together.
Are you have you learned something from Henda's rant about, hey, play it cool, don't take your dick out so fast, let your partner do it? Has this changed how you date?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, still on the same path, which I think is nice. Now, of course, I have heard everything that she said.
Yes.
You know, so I will say that I've heard her. Yeah. And what's that now?
Okay, very good. So I just want to say congratulations. And how will you be celebrating today, Trey Gallion?
Today I will be smoking weed.
Okay, very good. That should be you've earned it. You've earned it. Well, thank you, Trey, very much for your time. Of course, check out keithandthegirl.com/Trey Gallion. You'll see all the times he was on, and it was very fun to watch him grow.
And you'll hear me mispronounce his name for the first half of all the times that he was on. I used to call it Trey. I used to say Trey Gallion.
Yeah. Fancy. I don't mind people fancying it up. Fancy it up if you want to.
Yeah, I could see the real you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Trey. We appreciate it very much.
Man.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys.
Oh, God, I love you. Bye. All right, there we have it. Now we're talking, Chris Turner.
Now we're talking.
You know what Trey sounds like. I don't know if he was AI or not or what.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of pauses.
And apparently you can get awards now for doing drugs. This is fantastic news. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, Chris Turner.
Okay. Oh, look at this. This is a sexy beat for a sexy rap about the best rant and the most goofiest moment. And I'm sure it's been discussed how it should be most goofy moment, right? Or just goofiest moment. But hey, look, let's not get caught up on it.
Meta.
Freestyle rap, no planner. Let me break it down. Criticize the grammar. Most goofiest or most goofy. Who knows anyway? I do the duty. One of the nominees. You had the guys on already. You had the Knicks. They were not getting their mic ready. They couldn't pick this. Still, it gets the go. Even though they got the mic, yeah, it didn't get the votes. What one? What attack it? That'd be Keith upon NASA. He leaves the voicemails like, yeah, you know, I just had it. I'm a mad lad. Just took a tab. I can review this. Not bad, I quite like it. Yeah, swallow like a funnel of water. Did you know colours are colours? I should have taught you that. Yeah, hard to resist. Got the tab on my lip. Yeah, first acid trip, that's crazy. The baby, ever so loud. He really proud when he's swimming up there in the clouds. Hey, recommend it off to your friends. You can speak French if you hemda and say Galion. That's how you say the name. First half you were interviewing, such a shame. But you know, we just had him on. He called back, no voicemail. Trey Gallion, he's gonna celebrate his success by smoking weed. Didn't pick up his phone, so we screed. That's the best rant. Screed is a type of rant. It makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna take my chance and whip it out. And all the ladies are like, no, put your penis away, bro. I will let you know if I wanna see you meet. Otherwise, just keep it kind of complete in your pants. Keep your belt tight locked. Too fast, that's a real turn off. Yes, I wish I hadn't seen this. Even though the micro penis so small, I need a microscope to see this. Let me team this together so soon. They'll let you know that sunny afternoon. They'll be like, you can bring it out now, dude, because they'll scrabble at your crotch like a raccoon.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo! Beautiful. Thanks.
I liked that one. That was fun. That was a good beat.
All right.
The
Well done, me.
reference. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Up
You know,
next.
I'm still like, I know it's happening, and I'm still like, that's my name.
He rhymed again.
Yeah.
Best sexual moment is where we're at right now. Best sexual moment. Up first from the episode Aggressive Politeness with Chris Turner. The penis bone improv rap. Do you remember this rap?
Not particularly. Again, I'm like Nick Turner. We both black out.
You were talking about your bone density and that you learned at a young age that it's not the thickest of densities. And then I asked how's that related to the boner in the penis, and you told it to us in song.
Oh,
I do have some stiff competition, no pun.
good pun.
From Wanks with JP McDade and Sean Carter, Wanks VR. Talk about I love it. I use VR porn. Then I get my lube. Then I get you get one of those thermoses. You put it on your dick. You get all fucking ready. And then next thing you know, you didn't charge your VR, so you got to put everything back. That is the real walk of shame. Punch Drunk Love with Tim McLaughlin. This is Tim Gets Handsy. He will be in front of with his lover Micah Fox having intercourse, and as he pulls out, he comes in his hand and then immediately leaves her to throw it in the sink. Also up on the button with Micah Fox. Micah doesn't mind. Micah says, "Hey, it works for us." When she was so everybody
That was a different episode, Chris.
different
Just so
episode. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
We want people to feel free.
Yeah.
To talk. Yeah. Awkward Sex in the City with Natalie Wall was the name of the show. The section is called Mutual Masturbation. All right. And here it is, your winner for best sexual moment. Bring. You have to pick up Chris Turner.
Oh, that's nice. 2 awards.
Congratulations.
I didn't know I was winning that one.
It'd be funny
mean-
if Chris didn't pick up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it sounds like the pulling out and coming in your hand is the funny one.
But you
That's
beat him.
great.
Beat him up.
Oh, I beat him. He was beaten. I was beating. Oh well, thank you. That's nice. See, now I know how it felt because I don't remember this at all.
How does it feel?
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad that people were thinking of my penis while voting. That is unsettling. I feel quite uncomfortable. Is this a good time to tell you all I'm underage?
A lot of things rhymed with penis, and everybody was laughing.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. I told my parents, I was like, oh yeah, and they were like, what are you doing this week? I was like, oh, I got a podcast on Friday, one of the best new guests. My dad was like, oh, I'll listen to it.
Oh, no.
No, don't listen to it. Don't listen to it, Mum or Dad.
Have you ever won something like a best sexual moment? What was it? What did we
yeah,
name it?
best sexual moment. Sexual awakening. I won.
You were probably hoping to get that kind of award from not us. But
Yeah, from a lady in Amsterdam. This was my best sexual moment. I did win an award called the Golden Poo Award, which was for World Toilet Day, which is like an actual charitable event where you kind of raise money to build toilets in communities that don't have them for like hygiene, which is important.
Is it sponsored by coffee?
It was. The
Keith doesn't
competition-
understand. He doesn't drink coffee.
It makes you shit, Keith.
Oh, my. Okay.
The event was like this competition of who could do the best 5 minutes of toilet humor, and I won. And they were like, congratulations, you win this golden poo. And it was like a trophy in the shape of a poo that they'd imported from Japan, because obviously they make those. And that was my one credit for a long time. I was a new comedian. So it was like, winner of the Golden Poo Awards. It's not recommended.
It's weird when we give you the sexiest award, and it's a dildo. It's a golden
Yeah, hooray!
Put them both on the shelf when you have a lady over. That'll be.
I mean, sorry, just when I have a lady over, my wife would love that.
She's a lady.
Most emotional moment. There was crying during this one, a lot of feelings during this one. From the episode Old Cooter Catcher with Allie Clayton, revisiting the breakup. Her and Melody. Melody was on separate, talked about her moving on after the relationship. Allie, of course, listened to it and was devastated.
Now, these are two comics that have been on together over the years separately, and they have been together. And after the breakup, they came on separately. It was so emotional. And Old Cooter Catcher was, and she's funny. Like, you know, she'll be really sincerely sobbing, and then she will not miss if there's a joke opportunity, even through the sobs. It was an incredible episode, I think.
Gotta live. United States of Jess with Jess Wood, multiple personalities. She said something, then said the exact opposite later. Come to said, which one of you, the three of you, are we talking to right now? Next thing you know, it was a true story. There's a lot going on in that head of Jess Woods. Ohana with Josh Accardo. Josh remembers his grandma. His grandma just passed away. They were very close. But to be honest, he kind of held back his tears. And that's going to cost you in this category. From an all-new Keith and the Girl with Craig Klein, Keith sincerely apologizes. I got a little heated at my friend Craig, and on an episode I really went off. And I could have calmed down after knowing him for so long. And
That should have probably been under weirdest moment, because you apologized and Craig and I were like, is this AI? I'm gonna have to hang up now, and then if it's not AI, you just come back.
Emda picks on me for thinking I don't apologize enough. I only made 2 mistakes in 2 decades, so I apologize for 2 different things. That should be a treat for everybody. And an all-new Keith and the Girl with Craig Klein, the news. This was Hemda saying, you know what? It's been almost 2 decades. I think
Goodbye, Felicia.
Yeah, goodbye, Felicia, she says. She says, I'm done laughing, I'm done having a good time and meeting interesting people. I think I'm going to leave Keith and the Girl. All right?
Yeah.
To make a phone call for this one. So that could be a hint.
It's not Chris.
I mean, I'm hoping I win for the penis bone freestyle again. That's pretty emotional.
Right.
Chris,
Hey,
just start crying.
Let me make an announcement real quick. Most emotional moment from the episode, an all-new Keith and the Girl with Craig Klein. It's Craig Klein. Hello, Craig.
Oh, hey, Keith, how's it going, man?
It's going good. Thanks.
What did I win?
You won. You won most emotional moment for the news. This was Hemda saying she's going to leave Keith and the Girl, but I'd rather a man accepted the award. How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing all right. Wait, Hemda's leaving the show?
Hemda's leaving the show. Yeah, right. Everybody's blacked out during their segments.
Jesus, I thought this was a big bit.
She is leaving the show, but God forbid I give her an award for leaving. So that's why I had to call you. Yeah.
I think the award is leaving, right?
Hello. What would you like to say to the audience that they picked you far and away, 49% out of all 5 sections, Craig?
Did they pick me or did they pick Hemda? I think they picked Hemda, and I'm willing to accept that. I picked Hemda too, although I have been listening to the show, and I'm a little insulted that I didn't get the call for the acid thing, because that whole episode is on the back of me recording all of your nonsensical voice messages.
Ooh.
I can't, as funny as that was that you did record it and I played it, I can't encourage that behavior.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. It almost makes no sense why you would send recorded voice messages to people while you're on acid.
I'm starting to think I was high.
Yeah, no, I would like to say, Hemda, you've shared so much with us over the years, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Damn it. Fucking Craig, that was going to be my outro speech.
Oh, shit.
Now I got to come up with better shit to say than yada fucking yada. Fuck you, Craig.
Craig, thank you for your time. And that's it. Congratulations. How are you going to celebrate today?
Thank you so much.
How are you going to celebrate?
Oh, I'm going to celebrate. Well, I have recently made a sculpture of you out of old auto parts that I found in the street, and I plan on whipping it to death.
Okay, Craig had to go. Craig Klein, everybody. Thank you. KeithandtheGirl.com/Craig. You hear all the times that Craig was on.
You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You two have a totally normal relationship.
Thank you very much. It's about communication. So Hemda's leaving. Craig won the award. What else happened? And then probably some other stuff. Chris Turner, can you sum up what all went on today and the final minutes?
We're wrapping up the show. Let's do it. This is a fun beat. I use this beat when I rap for kids, so hopefully this is entertaining. Okay. We got the chaps on, yeah, time to wrap up. People got their phone off, they slapped up like nah. We'll call them back someday, emotional moment, cause Hemda goes away. That was Craig Klein. I ain't talking Calvin, CK yet. We can tell him he gonna celebrate, knock it out the park, whip to death a statue of Keith he made with old auto parts. There was some other nominees, yeah, a real shake-up. Got that revisiting the breakup. United States suggests with the multiple personalities. Josh holding back his grief. And also Keith sincerely apologized. And Craig was like, me, oh my, is this AI? Of course he got a round of applause, the nominee, but enough weren't the pause on the phone like Rachel, call me back. It's like a little AI having a crack at imitating a person, but she was like, no, I'm actually a real person, don't you know? And onto the penis bone. Yeah, you chose it. Thank you very much. The best sexual moment. I'll get a little t-shirt printed out. I'll wear it when I'm out and about, out of the house, people looking at me like respectual. That's what we need. I'm like, nah, I'm so sexual. Should have seen this penis bone. What's the density of these? Yeah, keep your own. Your thoughts to yourself. I'm ever so thankful. Charge up your Oculus headset, y'all. You need to make sure when you sit down with the lube, you can have a vigorous masturbation tube. You called it a thermos, Keith. It's not what it's called. It defies belief. That's a fleshlight. You best get your word properly. And don't forget Tim getting handsy. He pulls out and he comes in his palm. very hairy, I'm sure, causing alarm. You know, the whole stereotype of wank until you grow hair. He goes off to the sink and then he throws there. Well, there we go. A rap so assured. Keith and the girl giving out the award. So thank you from me. I'm the winner. I'll go and have a bit of my dinner. I'm so bad. That was the middle rap of the show was good. Just clip that one.
Love the whole thing, but I'm glad that you wonder and you doubt it, and that means you're a real comedian as well. Chris, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. You're
thank you so much. It's a pleasure, and I really appreciate you.
I'm not done yet. We met Chris this year. Everybody loves him, and we'll be talking with him hopefully for a long, long time. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, listeners, for doing your duty and putting in your nominations. Of course, you could do that for this coming year also, keithandthegirl.com/forums. Thank you for voting, being part of that. This wouldn't be going on without you. Kenda, any final thoughts?
Yeah, Chris is also going to be on the marathon February 3rd. So are the Knicks.
He has to rap all 24 hours at the end.
Yep, we'll just tell him a couple of things that happened. But yeah, we have such a great lineup February 3rd to 4th because we'll be live for 24 hours. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube page. Subscribe. You know, wherever you're listening to this from or on, like if it's Spotify, if it's Apple, click a button in front of you that says you're listening, like a like button, a share button, things like that. It helps out the show.
That's it. Chris Turner, anything the audience should know that we didn't cover?
Oh, gosh, if anyone's in Australia, I'll be there in March doing shows. Come along to those in Adelaide. And just your constant reminder that I sell things. I have a card game out called Rap Battles, which is Cards Against Humanity, but with freestyle rap. And you can always get me on Cameo if you want some freestyle raps done, roasting your friends or wishing them happy birthday.
Excellent. You know what? I have the Dad Emails book is going to be out any day now, and I'm going to send it to my dad. And maybe I can send like a cameo rap as well when I send the book. Time that together nicely. That'd be good.
It's a brilliant idea. I recommend it strongly.
All right, fantastic. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thanks for spreading the word. You can find the nominations that we did talk about and all the other award shows we've done at keithandthegirl.com/awards. That's it.
Okay. Before we get offline, I just want to say that the final comment here is from Pizza, and it says, Chris Turner is a straight up and all caps genius. And we agree, and we're so glad that you were here for this episode.
Oh, thank you.